Adrian Diaz became Seattle's police chief in September 2020. He was a 23-year veteran of the department. Diaz took over during a tumultuous period. The city faced intense scrutiny over policing practices. Protests erupted following George Floyd's murder. Diaz, the city's first Latino police chief, promised reform and a commitment to community policing. His tenure started with a focus on de-escalation tactics. Diaz aimed to rebuild trust with communities of color. However, challenges soon emerged. Lawsuits alleging discrimination and misconduct within the department began to surface. These lawsuits painted a picture of a department struggling with systemic issues. Despite pledges for transparency, critics argued Diaz wasn't doing enough. They pointed to a lack of concrete action in addressing the department's internal problems. As lawsuits piled up, pressure mounted on Diaz and city officials to address the growing crisis. Several high-profile lawsuits rocked the Seattle Police Department under Diaz's leadership. One lawsuit alleged a pattern of racial discrimination in traffic stops and arrests. Black and brown drivers were disproportionately targeted, the lawsuit claimed. Another lawsuit alleged a culture of sexual harassment within the department. Female officers described a hostile work environment where complaints were ignored. These lawsuits brought renewed scrutiny on the department's practices. Community groups demanded accountability and systemic change. Protests, once focused on broader issues of police brutality, now directly targeted Diaz and his leadership. Diaz faced mounting pressure from both inside and outside the department. Some officers felt he wasn't doing enough to defend them against what they perceived as unfair accusations. Others questioned his commitment to addressing the deep-seated cultural problems within the department. The mounting lawsuits and public pressure led to Diaz's ousting in May 2024. The mayor's announcement cited a need for new leadership to navigate the department through these challenging times. The decision was met with mixed reactions. Some praised the move as a necessary step towards accountability. Others expressed concern over the lack of a clear plan for reform. Within the department, the response was equally divided. Some officers expressed relief, hoping for a change in leadership style. Others felt the department was being unfairly targeted and demoralized by the constant scrutiny. The community response highlighted the deep divisions within Seattle regarding policing. Many saw Diaz's removal as a victory, a sign that their voices were being heard. Others remained skeptical, demanding more than just a change at the top. Diaz's removal marks a turning point for the Seattle Police Department. The department now faces the daunting task of rebuilding trust with a community deeply skeptical of law enforcement. The next police chief will inherit a department grappling with systemic issues of racism, sexism, and a lack of accountability. Addressing these issues will require more than just policy changes. It demands a fundamental shift in culture. The department must reckon with its history and commit to a future where all citizens feel safe and respected. The road ahead will be long and arduous. However, the pursuit of equitable and just policing is a journey Seattle must undertake. The hope is that this moment of reckoning can lead to a future where public safety is truly synonymous with community well-being. Keep watching Seastar Digital Network News. like, and subscribe.